So now in this video I thought we would take a quick look at connectors. I didn't really prepare for this video, just gonna kind of wing it. I haven't made a video in a while and I really should. So in any case, these are connectors. These are not Wago connectors. I think I'm pronouncing that right. All the Wago connectors I see have orange levers right there, and those I believe are what professional use. Whenever I watch YouTube videos about connectors, the more professional people I see using Wago connectors, and I think everybody else. So these are not Wago connectors, but Wago makes connectors that are pretty much like these. I don't have any Wagos to compare them with. So in any case, this kit, one reason why I got it instead of Wagos was I liked the assortment better. So I don't remember exactly what it is, but I believe that's probably the number of 2 connectors right there. And I believe that's the number of 5 connectors, because I'm having a lot easier time, as you can see there, finding 5, unless they're all just sitting on top and all the 3 connectors are at the bottom. So I believe 15 is 3, but I didn't dump these all out or look at the selling. And that's the rated values that it claims. I don't know for sure that I would believe that. I definitely don't work with high voltage like that, or even high current, especially with something like this, but maybe they can actually handle that. So in any case, yeah, you just got the levers, and I just put this together for fun a little while ago. My largest wire is a 12 gauge, which the seller says is the maximum wire size. Remember, gauge, the lower number is a bigger wire. And then this is a 22 gauge, and I have inserted it and removed it a few times, so the wire may have got a little weaker or something. But in any case, it holds 22 gauge pretty well, as you can see there. I'm tugging on it, somewhat hard there. Well, I'm holding the lever too. Maybe I should do that. It's not because I'm holding the lever that it's holding it in place. So 22 gauge is pretty small. This is good for plugging into breadboards and stuff. So you could put a couple wires that are going to a breadboard and connect them together. That's what this does. It makes it the 2 wires here, a single electrical connection right there. So you wouldn't want to use this setup for these 2 particular wire sizes. This is just a demonstration to show that these 2 wire sizes will fit in there. So again, 12 gauge right there, stranded. Those are individual strands of wire. And then this is 22 gauge solid wire. It holds on to both of them. Looks like pretty much the same. And I just noticed something on the top of the box there. It actually lists the wire size. So 24 gauge, which is slightly smaller than this. Looks like it should work. And as we saw, this holds 22 gauge pretty good. So I believe 24 gauge probably is. And then up to 12 American wire gauge. So that's one reason why I don't script things, even though I kind of ramble on a little bit too much and other stuff. If I wrote out everything I was going to say, the stuff I do, I start noticing stuff while I'm making the videos. I'd have to rewrite the script and stuff. It would take like all week to make a 5-minute video. And I assume that almost everybody has left this video by now, but just in case you're still enjoying, I have a demonstration circuit I'm going to put together. So I decided that with this connector, I'm going to connect these 3 points to the breadboard. So this is completely pointless. I can just put the resistors to either end of the switch there, but maybe I'll have a breadboard circuit later on where I need to separate things, and I want an easy way to just take one location and split it into going to 2 other locations. I got this 22 gauge wire from a kit. I don't even know if they're selling it anymore, and they changed the kit from time to time. But in case, it's just 22 American wire gauge solid wire, and this tool has a little blade right there that quickly snips it, and this will be plenty of length. So now when it comes to stripping, this tool automatically strips them too. This is a Capri wire cutting and stripping tool. One person got mad. They noticed this back there. That's what it did, and I didn't show it. It just locks it in place closed like that if you want to. So in any case, you simply insert this here. I find that with this connector, again, it's not a Wago connector, but it's basically the same, that we want this full length right there, whether it's this little wire or the large wire. When it comes to the breadboard, probably it's better to have like this length. I am guessing right there. And sometimes I'm just going to insert this into something where it doesn't go very far and you screw it down. And I just put the wire like partial way, you know. I took the insulation off there. I'll just put it in like partial way and strip it. And so we fell short of the tongue. And if that's not long enough, you can always come back and finish it off. And if you need to take a lot off, especially a large wire, you might want to take off a little bit first. So in any case, again, we're going to go breadboard short. And I'm not going to bore you with showing the black wire. And now we come to the connector. So first I'm going to do the red one right there. I'm going to put that to the switch since that's the more positive side of the power supply. Often you want red to indicate the positive supply. That's pretty common. There we go. We got it locked down. And that's it right there. We can lift the two up. And for whatever reason, I want black to go to the red LED. So I'm going to put that to the right. It's on the right side right there. And again, that's simple there. Make sure it's lifted all the way up. That was one of the things they warned, that if the wire's not being inserted, maybe that's not up all the way. And we got it in there. So the breadboard is not powered right now, but we can insert those 3 wires. This is the shorter way, and it looks like it's fully inserted right there. So I believe that was a good idea. The red wire is a little bit longer than the other ones, so we can bend it. So I believe, yeah, for that particular two, if you're going to make wire for breadboards, go about halfway to, or was that the, yeah, I think that was the tongue shortest distance. But there we go. So that's all one electrical connection there. When I press that button, the signal should come through that one wire and then be diverted to the other 2 wires and the power that it provides as well. And now we have the power supply attached, 5 volts, maximum of 30 milliamps of current. If I short circuit it or something, this will limit the current to 30 milliamps to help prevent danger. So in any case, the alligator clips are being clipped to header pins right there. And these are the typical header pins. I got one there. So the longer ones, those have to go onto the breadboard. And then the shorter one, alligator clips connect to pretty well. But there's times where I want to connect something else to the pins. So for the breadboard, these fit if you are soldering something. So I also grabbed this because I saw it had the jumper. There you can see the jumpers on the long side. Short side is good for soldering. So I was kind of tempted to make another video just covering this, but I think that would be a complete waste. That connector's more important to learn about. But in case, I bought a bunch of these where both sides, I believe it said like equal length or something on the thing. I didn't see a specific name for that type of header, but it's just as long on either side. That way you can plug one end into the board, and then in this case you'd be able to have a connector right there, where instead of just having 5 holes that are connected, then because this connector would take up 2 spots, you would have 8 holes that are connected. But in case, you can see there that both LEDs light up right now. So red LED needs probably a little bit more than 10 milliamps, and the blue LED needs a little less than 3 milliamps, I believe. But in any case, there you can see that this one wire there, and then those 2 other wires there, are all now basically one wire. That's what that connector did. And finally, we'll take a look at this larger wire. So I cut this a while ago, and the wires kind of made their way down a little bit. So for whatever reason, so there's like a little gap there. But in any case, this came on a long spool, 100 feet, and that's why I bought copper clad aluminum, because it's not very expensive. And I find I pretty much have to snip, so you can see the blades come together. It's not like a scissors. One wire at a time, and they don't have to line up perfectly right there. And looks like I'm gonna have to snip off that plastic in the middle right there. So in any case, I was gonna try to do this in one strip or one shot, but I can't peel these apart. When I bought these, I was warned, at least for this particular roll, that they won't peel apart. You'll like rip the insulation off one side or the other if you directly peel them apart. So yeah, I'm going to get a blade. I thought I might score it with this, but I'm going to get a blade. And here is the blade. So again, I hope most wire you don't have to go through this, but for this particular wire you do. So I'm not going to watch through the camera. There we go. I kind of placed it in spot. Let's go up here. There we go. So you don't have to push like real hard on this side, but yeah, we were just scoring down the middle, just cutting it a little bit right there, trying not to make our way too much either direction. And again, we're going to try to go, and this should go a lot smoother. I'm pushing quite a bit harder right there, going that way. Again, we want to try to stay centered between those two wires as much as possible. And if I did a good job, there should be a little bit of black on that one and a little bit of red on that one. So I think I did pretty good. And since this is just a practice there, I'm peeling it, and I think, yeah, we're losing more of the black side there than we were before. And so yeah, definitely looks like you have to score it in order to not do too much damage to one side or the other. And but in any case, I can't think of anything else to connect, so we're gonna take that there. And so I believe you should try to get the wire to the very end, and I think this tool pretty much accomplishes that. And then we don't have, if I put it the longest length. And so yeah, this I can't remember, yeah, I think this goes up to 10 gauge. So wire that's a little bit bigger than this, I believe it will strip. Or maybe, no, it's just 12 gauge. I see 12 up there. I think the cutter might be able to cut 10 gauge. But again, this cutter won't cut them if, won't even fit in there. But yeah, I won't cut one, but there you can, or cut two I mean, but there you can see it cut one pretty easily right there. Now, we got these loose strands. We could snip those. I think that was because I was goofing around over here. But I'm just going to fold them down. I would just cut them, or I do have the snip up there. There we go. So I'm going to cut those loose ones right there. So you want to try to not damage the wire as much as possible. Try to cut it and have it look like this. But so we're not twisting it to really bind them up. We're just kind of giving a slight twist so they'll hold a little bit better when we insert them. So again, this isn't as easy as a stranded wire, and you know, since this is quite a bit of wire for this connector, you know, they'll hit the edges easier than if it was a narrower one. And bumping into the other wire made it where I couldn't maneuver very good. And there you can see, they all the strands went in. I don't think any got binded up, and we can definitely see none are popping out. And the insulation is partway in that connector. So unless something slid up into there, we don't have to worry about anything accidentally coming into contact. And we got them both locked down. So yeah, if we needed, I'd rather this red be over there. I didn't think of that when I connected it. I can unconnect it actually. So it's not a permanent connection. You can adjust it and probably slide it out at least a little bit before turning it. There we go. And now we got the reds on either side. So that's one way we could like connect like the two grounds to a battery together or something if we wanted to make them parallel or something. But in any case, that's it. You can see it goes in pretty good. And as we saw before, it held the smaller wires pretty good. So in any case, this was a really long video, but I hope you still enjoyed it if you stuck around this long. And make sure the blade goes back in there. Be very careful. I used to do wood carving. I cut myself quite a bit. It's really easy to cut yourself with these blades. So always be extremely careful with them. Make sure you put them away as soon as you're done, even if you're going to use it again later. I suggest put the cap back on and put it back in the case or wherever you're storing it, or off to the side or something. Try not to leave it out and open at all if you're not actually using it at that time. So in any case, that's it for this video. Thanks for watching. Make sure you check out one of the other videos I'm posting on the screen, and check out the links down below. They all help out a lot. I'll see you in the next video.